So in terms of different types of solar panels, Brian, what are some of the ones that are most commonly used here in Massachusetts?
Yeah, that's a common question on, digging into technology a little bit. Without getting too technical, there's a few major types of cell infrastructure and therefore panels. And then over the years, that technology has evolved and improved slightly, but I would say that the basic technology is really the same thing we put into space back in the 1950s. Now it has evolved into an application that we put on residential homes and businesses, and it needs to withstand um, the 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 impacts of weather, wind, and snow load, things like that, and have this type of installed on a roof or on a type of structure application. So we commonly see the panels fall into two kind of general buckets. There's kind of standard efficiency, and then there's premium or premium plus often. And those are kind of um, the performance, the aesthetics, and then the warranty kind of categories of the panel. So standard efficiency, when I started, well, 10 years ago in the industry, a kind of a standard efficiency, a kind of a commodity type of panel would have a silver frame and blue cells on the panel, and all the wiring would be quite visible, and generally speaking, have the white diamonds on it where you can see the back sheet to help cool the panel. And those panels might be, somewhere in the 15 to 15 to 17% efficient, and maybe be somewhere in the 250 to 270 watt range. Then maybe a premium product at that time, a couple points higher efficiency, and 10 to 30 watts more of productivity as well. So, and now we're at a place where most panels are in the area of 20% efficient. Um, Aesthetics for the residential application, especially, has been considered, and the manufacturers have heard that, and you see more, black frame or all black panels, and trying to mitigate the bus bars or the really visible wiring on the face. So they have come a long ways for the application. They have come, improved in terms of the not only the performance but the aesthetic as well.
And how do I know what efficiency is best, for my needs? Is it always the case that just like, well, the more efficient panels are just better, or are there cases where I don't necessarily need the high efficiency panels and I could save some money by getting the standard efficiency?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So that's something that we do consider. We tend to limit our offerings and use top of the line products, but there are cases when you don't need the very very best. For instance, if you have a ton of roof space, for instance, and um, maybe it's not visible. It's in the back of your house, and you have a dormered back, and really no one's going to see the panel faces themselves. You could consider a bit of a lesser efficient product, and potentially buy more panels to get to a similar place, similar in a ground mounted solution, right? So if you have a large field and you're gonna put a ground mount out there, you don't necessarily need the most aesthetically pleasing or the highest watt panel in all cases. But I would say that the market has moved to a place where they have gotten more efficient, they have gotten higher watts. So you're gonna get something that's similar in the market, but again, we still have kind of a few different buckets. You have still kind of a standard panel, and a lot of those standard panels we see more with what's called TPO or third party ownership, which is the leasing type of options. That's the customer doesn't own the product. It's more of a commodity. It's more of swapping your bill or swapping your utility for a quote unquote free solar installation that you pay for the next 25 or 30 years. That model of financing and way to go solar tends to use lower end equipment across the board, right? So probably lower wattages, lower efficiencies, whatever they can get the best buy on for inverters, electronics, mounting, railing, things like that. And then you're going to have your kind of premium, which is kind of the mid grade panels that are going to be a little more efficient, a little higher watt. And then you have premium plus kind of area where it's going to be kind of the top of the market. You're going to have the panels that are pushing the boundaries on the highest efficiencies and wattages as well.
And then are there warranties and guarantees that come with these solar panels as well? And what's is there a standard, type of warranty?
Absolutely. And this is something we spend a lot of time on with our clients because, again, I would say it's pretty confusing, and we want to make sure to make it simple and easy to understand, and so homeowners know what they're getting, right? So you see it on everyone's website, be it manufacturers or installers, at 25-year warranty, right? So what does that mean? Every panel in the world has a 25-year performance warranty. Basically, it states that in year one, panel will produce about, it's somewhere in the high 90s of what stated value is. And then it's going to decline over time. And generally, in 25 years, that panel will be operating at somewhere between 80 and maybe even 90% of its year one capacity. So that is the performance warranty.
So it just doesn't produce as much electricity as the years go on.
Right. Basically, there's a rate of degradation that occurs with panels from being exposed to the elements and sunlight over time. And the cells essentially, what's their rate of breaking down, right? And so there's a warranty for 25 years on every panel in the world that says it's going to make this much power over the next 25 years. If it doesn't, there is, you can have a warranty claim for that panel. Now, there's also a product warranty. So 2 separate warranties on every panel. And this is the warranty that no one talks about, and I think is really important. And that warranty is generally of a lower time frame and is doesn't include labor, doesn't include shipping, doesn't include the site visits to quantify if this panel has indeed failed, or the lab testing or any of that. So it's a prorated warranty, and it's of not much value, I would say. And what unfortunately most of the kind of standard panels and most panels in our industry do is, if you have a panel that's not performing, they point to the other warranty to get out of paying any warranty, right? So it's a frustrating process when you find out later on that that's how your warranty works. So the product warranty used to be standard was like 10 years. Some companies started to go to 15, and more companies now have gone to 25 years. But that 25-year product warranty is a prorated warranty, which means that in whatever year that warranty claim happened, they will prorate the value of that one panel and pay you that difference. If it does not include labor, that means that the homeowner needs to pay for the installer to come out, investigate, remove the panel, ship the panel back to the manufacturer, have the panel tested. In fact, it is proven to be a failed panel. Now they need to get a prorated value for that panel. Now they need to buy a new panel. Now they need to pay their installer to come out and put that new panel that has been shipped to them, all at the customer's expense. So we long ago found this is not great messaging to our clients. This is not a great experience. So we have always partnered and helped manufacturers understand the importance of this, that we want an all-inclusive warranty. So 25 years across the board, parts, labor, full replacement, shipping, all included. We service them on for our customers, so that if there is a panel failure, the customer just gets a new panel installed by us, no out-of-pocket cost, and they don't need to chase around the manufacturer or worry about how these warranties work. So we do spend a lot of time talking to customers about this and educating them about that, because we feel it's unfortunately one of the big misinformation pieces in our industry, and something that's really worthwhile unwinding and educating the customer on how it works.